I think motherhood just...
Like it grew on you.
Yeah, it just grew on me. But also, as she's saying, you definitely, when he cuffs you, are you fine? You go to the doctor, he tells you no. There's no medicine necessary. You go.
And this is especially with fast babies, I imagine.
Definitely.
You don't
Because
even
you don't
know
have
how to hold them when you
experience.
feed them. You know, the nurses at the hospital, they keep telling you, you put your hands like this, like this.
So did your family help you with this?
Yeah, my mom was there the whole time.
All right. And, you know, just going along, and there are many people, not many, but some people, after the child comes, then for some people they go into depression, like postpartum depression, like you feel I'm not ready for this and all that. Did it change you? How did motherhood change you? How did you feel motherhood changed?
I think people don't realize they're going through depression. Okay, let's start with the first part. When you I was a size, I think I was a size 1 before I gave birth.
So there's that physical change for starters.
For starters, there's that physical change. And then
Clearly you didn't change much.
And then you don't realize you've changed, by the way. You just realize, anyway, my clothes are not fitting anymore.
I know when you meet kids, they're like, oh my God, Jess, how big have you become?
I'm like, what happened to you? I gave birth. So there's that. And then secondly, especially
did that physical change, did it work on your esteem, or did you just know, like, I brought a life, man? Like,
there's a way you
feel, yes, I have brought a life, but they still, man, I've grown fat. I need to do something about it. Or there are people who wouldn't start thinking of a solution, they'd start brooding about it and stuff. But especially for a young mom, because first you're young, say like her, the dad has run off, you're worried about finances, you've grown big, you have, like me, had to go back to school, juggling between school and the baby, making sure everything was okay, family, talking here and there. Most definitely can have an effect on your sanity if you're not super stable. So it could happen, and I don't think people realize, maybe moms don't realize they're going through depression. But it could happen. It's very possible.
And for you, you had your partner by your side during this. How did that help with the whole journey?
I think in every aspect, it's very important to have a support system. And if you have a good support system, you're able to go through whatever you're going through without having to worry about other things. See, I wasn't worried about finances. He'd gotten a job, he was taking care of his son. I was at home, my mom was taking care of me. So whatever I was going through, I was able to go through it and actually be okay at the end of it because I had a support system.
And Jacinta, just along the journey, how has motherhood changed you? Of course, you're doing this alone. You're a single mother. Just looking at you before motherhood and right now, how has it changed you?
Well, it makes me want to wake up every day. It makes me more responsible. I just can't throw my hands in the air and say, leo siendi job. Let me do this week off. I can't do that. I have to know that
you are feeding. There's someone depending on you.
I have too many responsibilities to take care of. So at the end of the day, I have to know that I am responsible. And I have to work harder.
All right. And perhaps just to ask you this, does it make you, are you back to dating now? Because there's always that aspect of the question of being a single mom. Does it make it difficult for you to date? Are men scared of single mothers or keeping away from single mothers? What has been your experience?
Well, dating now is kind of scary for me. I meet someone, wakiongea, I'm looking at them like another one of them.
Also coming from that experience. Yeah? Okay.
It's not easy. It's not easy. You every time you meet someone, you sizing, what next now? I'm worried. I don't want to get into another relationship, another kid, then it falls off.
So just the scars of that, the previous
I'd
relationship.
rather now take my time with my baby, and I don't know, God knows what happens next.
But so it's in God's hand. But in future, of course, you do
Yeah, of
plan
course,
to.
I want a happy family ever after.
Okay. And Elsie, perhaps what are some of the things that you think about as a mother for your child? Like, what is a mother's? Is it part of your, even as you're going through, your everyday life? Is it a constant, thought that I'm taking care of a child and stuff like? Is it something that stays with you in your walk of life?
Most definitely, because you see, when you have a child, it's like your heart has been divided kidogo. It's working with your child, and you've been left with the larger part. So most definitely, even at work, you're thinking of your child. Even sometimes call home, hi, how are you doing? Yeah, most definitely, you think of your child always.
Yeah. Right. So I just want us to look at some tweets that people are tweeting about Mother's Day, if I can see some of that. Because of course many people have been sending messages, just celebrating their mothers and all that. So I can't get some right now, but we shall be getting back to that. And just perhaps you have associated with other mothers. Perhaps what are some of the challenges that come with, motherhood?
As we said in the beginning, is that you're new, it's a new experience. It's almost like a new job, You have to learn. So most definitely that is one, because you're a new mom, you're learning and understanding as you go on. Also, if you don't have a support system as a mother, it could really pull you down, Like say she's worried, my son is going to start asking, Daddy alienda wapi, Daddy ako kwa simu, there's things like that. There's also finances, which is very big, by the way, because when you have a child, you want to provide for them, you want them to have everything they need. So definitely, I'd say those three things.
All right. And before we take your take, we're just encouraging our viewers. You can call in live on the numbers on your screen, as well as tweeters at KTN Kenya and at Sharon_Mumanyi for just to wish your mothers a happy Mother's Day, and whatever wishes you have, wishes or thoughts that you may have on this Mother's Day. You can also call us live in studio as we continue with this special Mother's Day coverage. And just to get back to you, Jacinta, perhaps what are some of the challenges that motherhood has come with?
Well, the discipline part is really a tough one. He could do something wrong and they don't know what to do. Okay, the books I read say talk. Sometimes the talking does not work. So sometimes I'm not sure, should I spank him? Should I, I actually don't know what to do sometimes. I'm like, stop, he's not stopping. Sometimes sometimes it works me out because I don't know what to do.
You don't know what to do.
Yeah.
So different circumstances coming with different kind of challenges. All right. So let me just read a little bit of the tweets here. We have Lulu Pichu who says, my Mother's Day collage for my dear sweet mother, and sends a picture of her mother there. Dr. Gomit Rahim says, a sincere gratitude to all mothers who teach devotion, bravery, and humanity to their children. Happy Mother's Day. And we have also, let me just look for some down there. Miss Violet saying that she's off to see Mommy Dearest and hand her the Mother's Day gift that she got for her. Good for you, Miss Violet. Of course, some making the day, taking some time to go and spend the day with their mothers. And we have also Jenny there saying, Mom, don't waste your money on flowers for Mother's Day. Just take a picture of me with them. So just taking a picture of the mother. So we shall be sampling some of these tweets. Please keep texting whatever messages you may have for your mother or mothers out there on this special day. Now, going back, would you do this differently?
Yes.
You have any regrets about the journey that you took on motherhood?
I have absolutely no regrets. Being a mother is wonderful. It's the most beautiful thing on earth. And I think, being a mother for me made me more responsible. My dreams didn't die with being a mother. They quadrupled. My life has more purpose, And I definitely am not regretting. But if I was given another chance, like God rewinded the clock, I would most definitely wait to be more stable and be in a place where I am my own woman before having a child. Yes. My advice to young girls out there would be, wait until you're stable and you're your own person. You provide for yourself. Just by being your own person, it means you've already gone past your worries, insecurities. You're stable enough. You're in a good place to be a mom. Yes.
So being your own person, and is this financially or also?
In all sorts of ways, when you're still young, you're still going through some stuff. Most people haven't decided who they are and what they want to do, even in campus.
Yes, you're still figuring yourself out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I think myself, I'm not beating my own drum, but I've always been more mature and more grown up. But most young girls in campus are not where they want to be, and having a child may actually be like a blockade to their future. So most definitely, yes, be your own person in all ways, be stable, know where you're going, know what you want. Yes.
And Elsie, would you do it any differently if you had to go back? Jacinta, sorry.
It's okay. I'm definitely not having another one on my own. Yeah, I will. If I have another one, I would want the daddy present. Yeah.
All right. And maybe just taking your last thoughts on this, what is a father's role in the upbringing of a child? And you've had your partner by your side. What specific role are you happy that he's been taking in the raising of your child?
I've realized for a growing child, what you say is like 10% of what they do. Like she was saying, it's hard to. I don't know how to put it. It's more of what they see. They'll pick up these two habits everywhere, and what they see you doing, what they see their father doing. So I think a father's role is very important, because this is the man who's going to teach your child to be a man, because your child is going to do what that man is doing. Yeah, it's very important. Also, there are things that a mother can't do. My son plays with his dad and climbs on his head.
So of course there's
most definitely. That. But the biggest thing is, this is the person who's your child is going to emulate, and that is exactly what they're going to become. So I think a father's role is very important.
And Jacinta, what is that role that you feel? Of course, now you're playing both, mom and dad, and happily you have your family supporting you. But what do you feel like your son is missing out from, the father being, not being there?
There's only too much you can miss from a father. Like the playing beat, sometimes he wants to be taught how to ride a bike. Like I said, he has a father in his head. He keeps saying, like, I get him a toy, ama my sisters. The next thing I know, I ask him, net nani alikuletea baba yangu? I'm thinking, oh.
So he plays with other kids, he must have...
he plays with other kids.
Because he's quite young to have already been, I think,
he's very young.
been asking. And there's this trend that we are continually seeing now in the Kenyan scene. More and more women are opting to have children on their own. Like, they just make the decision, I don't have to get married or have a partner. What do you think about this trend?
I think it's very unfortunate, because you cannot ignore the role of, even if it's not a father, a manly figure in that child's life. And, we'd like to say, yes, she's trying hard to be mom and dad because she doesn't have a choice. But if you have a choice, your child needs their father. They most definitely need their father. Yeah.
So you think it's a selfish decision?
Very selfish. You know, when you don't have a child, you actually don't know how it is to bring up a child. When you're not doing something, you can't know something that you have never experienced. And for us who've experienced motherhood, it's the role of a father or a father figure in that child's life, I think, is very important. It's not something to be thrown aside. And yeah.
And Jacinta, you agreeing with this?
Yeah, because people just assume being a mother is simply because I can pay fees and buy him clothes. That's not enough. The moment you're there, you're alone with that baby, is when you realize this baby really needs the father around. You can't just, the way girls say, me at cartoon nipate mtoto, then life goes on. It's not easy. It's not easy.
So they should consider.
The father
more.
figure is important. Yeah.
And let's talk about the health aspect of this, like when you're going through your pregnancy and that, because maternal health in the country has been a big issue. And is this something that once you go to the clinic, like with your various experiences, that it's something that is you're taken through all the kind of perhaps antenatal care that you need to go through, what you need to be checking out for, and all that, because there's so many mothers and perhaps out there who do not have access to this healthcare, but you did. Are this something that you get this kind of information as you go along,
Well, when I was pregnant, I used to read books, visit the clinics. I think it depends with you. Okay, when I went, I could ask things. What am I supposed to do when I feel this? What am I supposed to do when I feel this? So the first step is you going there so you can know what happens. You have to take the first step to go to the antenatal clinics because it's important. They get to check your heart, the child's heartbeat, the tests they do, whether you have enough blood or something, then you're advised.
So you have to be, have own initiative first.
It's your own initiative. Nobody will come find you, go to the clinic, no.
And after that. All right, perhaps final thoughts on this issue. What is the best thing about motherhood that people who are out there yet to be mothers should look forward to in this journey? I'll start with you, Jacinta.
I can't really say which best moment surpassed which. All of them are just all moments for me. You're eager to go home, unajua utakuta mtu amekungoja. Being a mother is just glorious, I should say. You just look forward to going home. You actually look forward to just having an off day and spending with your baby.
Right. And what have been the highs for you about being a mother?
As she said, it's not one moment, it's all moments, And, as a mom, sometimes you get tired, you think, I need a day off or two.
So you get tired, but you still appreciate.
I'd sent my son to his grandparents for around a week, and I missed him so bad. You get tired, you think I need a day off, but when you get that day off,
You miss them already.
So I should say, being a mother is just wonderful, and it's not in a moment; it's in the moment.
There are many good moments.
Breathtaking moments, and of course, the aspect of just bringing life in itself is almost a miracle. All right,
It's a miracle, actually.
It is actually a miracle, bringing life. Right. Thank you so much for joining us in studio. Thank you for making time, Jacinta. And wish you the very best in your motherhood journey. And you too, Elsie. Thank you so much. And that is where we wrap up today's edition of Weekend Express. Of course, we have been taking a focus on the issues surrounding women's rights and health. And of course, just talking in studio with two mothers, just sharing their experience on motherhood, today being a Mother's Day. Thank you so much for all your messages that have been coming in, and we wish you a happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, and to all the kids going to spend this day with their mothers. Enjoy the day and the rest of the week. I'm Sharon Momanyi. Good morning.